Hey, what's up, guys? Uh, Coming at you with another tier list, believe it or not. Um, this one I think actually is going to be a little shorter. I know every time I say that, it's like an hour-long video, uh, but this one has a lot fewer things to list. I mean, I got a lot to say about them, but it should be a shorter video, so I guess I'll do that and let's get started. Um, Today I'm going to be ranking all the Halo games. Halo is another part of my childhood. I played it a ton. It was my favorite game series as a kid. For a time, tastes change, but I really did enjoy Halo. It was really cool. Shooting up aliens and stuff, being in space, being this, hunk of armor. You could really, you know, immerse yourself in. You could become the character, Master Chief, just because, he was pretty quiet most of the time. But I'll get into all that later. Let's go ahead and start with our first game of the day. Starting off with the first game in the timeline of the Halo games, Halo Reach. Now, I really liked Halo Reach. I think Halo Reach, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in the S tier now. But I think Halo Reach was honestly pretty close to the peak. It may be the peak of the series, in my opinion. It was it was really good. They added a ton of new features. It really changed the gameplay formula of Halo. They had abilities like jetpack and just having sprint. That was a new thing. Of course, how could we forget everyone's favorite armor lock? Let me just go invincible and just everybody can wait while the timer goes down on that. Which, I mean, that's a negative, but everything has its negatives. They added Forge mode with this one. Well, that's not true. Forge mode was in Halo 3 as well, but they turned Forge mode into really being able to forge your own maps. It wasn't just like you could do that in Halo 3 with some of the DLC maps and doing some weird tricks to make objects float and stuff. But in Halo Reach, they really made it a part of the game. They gave you Forge World, endless hours of fun in Forge World, just goofing off with friends, blowing each other up, making little game modes. I don't know, just Halo Reach really, it was one of the best Halo games, I think. And I still don't think Halo has hit that peak since. Little spoilers on my thoughts to come, but yeah, I think I think it's the best. If the story is really good, the main campaign, you get to play as your own Spartan, Noble 6, and I think that adds a lot to the enjoyment of the game. You can put yourself in, and that it's your story. It's not Master Chief's story, and I think that's another really cool aspect to the game. And it's a really good story. It's not a story of, like Master Chief always wins in all the all the Halo games. And yeah, in Halo Reach, you see your spoiler alert, but you probably already know this if you're watching the video. You see your team, get picked off one by one, and like that's, it adds a real layer to the game that most Halo games don't have. And then eventually you're the last one, and you hold out for as long as you can. And I think that's pretty cool. You give yourself up for Reach, Fall of Reach, or for humanity. I remember George. He gives himself up to blow up the Covenant ship, and it's like, dude, that was just a drop in the water. But he thought he was, really, he thought he gave himself up for humanity, which, I mean, he tried, but it's just, I don't know. A game makes you think. It's got some really good story beats, but I'll stop going on about it. So I guess we'll move on to the next one. Halo Reach, awesome, S tier easily. And it looked really good for the Xbox 360. Next up, Halo 2. Okay. It's good. I don't have as many great experiences with Halo 2. It was the first one to add Xbox Live, which is really cool. Xbox Live, that was the start of everything when it comes to online gaming. I mean, not everything, but like it was a pioneer. But in terms of the game itself, it added some cool stuff. It's the first one. You had the energy sword. It had dual wielding, which is really cool. I like that. Which I don't know if they've ever brought back other than in Halo 3. And I think maybe ODST, I'm not sure. But dual wielding was cool. Energy sword was awesome. I love the energy sword. The campaign, though, I didn't really like. Especially, spoiler alert again, the ending. Oh, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship, sir? Finishing this fight. There you go. Roll credits. And, that was one of the biggest cliffhangers in gaming at the time. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, that was Halo 3's whole marketing thing. Finish the fight, because they just left you hanging. I don't know if, development was rushed or whatever, or they were just hyping it up. But I didn't like that. But I also didn't like the final mission of the game. You played as the Arbiter, and I really didn't like that. Like, it's a Halo game. I want to play as Chief or a Spartan or something. Something other than the Arbiter. I know he's got fans out there, but I just don't really care for him that much myself. And then I also didn't like having to play as the Arbiter for half the game, let alone the last mission. Like, he's fine. His missions are fine. They're more Halo, but I'm playing Halo. I want to be Chief. I guess the last thing I have to say about it is I didn't really like the graphics either. Like, Halo Reach looked really good. But Halo 2, I think, looked like kind of shiny. I think is the best way to describe it. Everything looked like it was made out of plastic, and it's not as pleasing on the eyes as even Halo Combat Evolved. So I think that Halo 2 gets a B tier. Yeah, I think that's fair. All right. Next up, I guess we're just going chronologically through the series, except next up we've got Halo 3. Now, yeah, this is a good one. This game is what we had been waiting for. I think since Halo 1, Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 3 is what we'd been building towards. This game had added so much. It looked so good. It played so good. It was peak Halo at the time. Like, if you wanted Halo, this is what you play. It added the Forge mode. Still not as good as Reach, but we gotta look at it like Reach didn't exist yet. But yeah, when it came out, it was really good. I used to play it a ton on Xbox Live. I liked the campaign. You played as Master Chief. I liked that if you play multiplayer with other people, they play as the Arbiter and some other random elites. But I thought it was cool the way they did it. Not to just spawn a couple different Master Chiefs like the other games. But yeah, it really, redefined Halo and put Halo on the map. Like, I know it was an event when this game came out. Like, took the gaming world by storm. I was not a part of that storm, but the ripples still exist, and I feel that when I think about Halo 3. So I think Halo 3, if we're thinking about all the Halo games, I think Halo 3 deserves an S tier. I'm putting it below Reach, but I think Halo 3 is peak Halo. Halo Reach is still a little better in my opinion, but Halo 3 stands alongside it. It has its place. Next up, Halo 5. Halo 5 Guardians. Okay. Halo 5 Guardians, in my humble opinion, was a pretty big letdown. It changed a lot of Halo, which isn't bad, changing up the formula sometimes is good, but I just didn't like it. Let's go ahead and start with the story. The marketing for the story was Master Chief versus Locke. Like, whoa. Oh, Master Chief kills Locke. Oh, Locke kills Master Chief. All this marketing. And it was like, what's going on? Master Chief is going to die? It's just, there was all this drama. And I was so interested in that. And then when the game comes out, it's just like, where was that? The best you got was a little poorly choreographed fight between Locke and Chief, and he breaks Chief's visor. It's like, okay. it was a big letdown in the story department, and Cortana turns evil or something, and I don't know. The story was just really dumb, and the gameplay was alright. I'll say that. It did have some cool mechanics, but it started to not feel like Halo anymore. And they started shifting the game towards fun, more towards an esport mindset. It's like they wanted to make the next CS:GO, but with Halo, and turn it into Call of Duty. So I think that really sapped some of the soul out of Halo, and like like I said, Halo's a big part of my childhood, and with 5, I really felt like it wasn't Halo anymore. I didn't enjoy playing it. I thought the campaign was stupid. I thought the gameplay was just not Halo anymore. Soulless. Built for somebody not trying to have fun. So I guess I've said enough about Halo 5. I don't really like it that much, so I think it goes into C tier. And C tier is bottom tier. So yeah, it's one of the worst Halo games in my opinion. Next up, we have Halo Wars 2. Okay. So, I've never played any of the Halo Wars games, so I'm gonna put this in the never played category. I'm sure it's good. RTS games are not really my thing, so I might play it eventually, but where I stand right now, I've never played it. I've heard it's alright. Halo Spartan Assault, never played that, no comment. Alright, now we've got Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo game. This one's good. This is most people's introduction to Halo, and what an introduction it was. I played this on the original Xbox, and I just immediately fell in love with the series. It was good. It was something new. It felt cool. It made you feel cool. Like, I don't know. And Master Chief's armor, I just thought it looked really cool. I liked it. This, like, for a new series, this is what any company can ask for. Something that you drop a new IP and it explodes, and it only exploded because it was good. People drop new series all the time, but it's good. I don't really have much else to say. It pioneered the first-person shooter genre, I believe. I mean, everything I've said about Halo so far applies to Combat Evolved. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it an A tier. It's not as good as Reach or 3. I think it's better than Halo 2, so it falls right into A tier. For our next one, Halo 3 ODST. Now this one, I like ODST. I think that it's not as good as Halo 3, It's a bit of a shorter, more more quiet experience for the most part. Um, it's a different Halo experience, but it's still a really good experience. I, uh, when I got it as a kid, I didn't really like it. I didn't like creeping around uh, the city at nighttime. I felt like there was a lot of, you know, it was too dark and stuff. But I really did like I like the ODSTs. I like their armor. I like that they're not Spartans. They're just, you know, they're a step above Marines. You know, they they drop in feet first into hell and they get stuff done. They don't need this. They don't need to be, you know, bred from a lab to be the strongest, best soldier ever. They just they take what they have and they are as strong as they need to be, and I think that's cool. Um, so the ODSTs are my favorite of the Halo troops, and also I think their armor is really cool. Uh, and you know, as a kid, I said I didn't really like ODST as much as the other ones, but as I've matured, I do think Halo 3 ODST is a really good game if you go into it with that mindset of what you're gonna get. Because as a kid, I was expecting more bombastic action and stuff like Halo 3, but that's not what the game is. So I think that I think Halo 3 ODST deserves a top of A tier. I would play it before Combat Evolved again, but I wouldn't put it on the S tier category. It's really good. It gives you a really good experience. I enjoy I enjoy what it gives you. It's fun. It's not like crazy fun, but it it gives you a unique experience for the Halo series, and that's cool. And I don't know, I'll quit going on. But yeah, top of A tier. Okay. Next up, we've got Halo 4. I've got some thoughts about Halo 4. Um, Halo 4 was an extreme disappointment. This is the first game when Bungie stopped making Halo and passed it over to 343 Industries, and it shows. This is when the soul started to leave Halo, and as a kid, I was so hyped for this game. I loved Halo, and I was disappointed. I played it. I wasn't having fun. The story was not good. I actually don't even really remember much of the story. It was so unmemorable. Um, yeah, I really don't remember. But they changed Master Chief's armor, which is not that big of a deal. I don't really care. It's happened before, but yeah, I think Halo 4 was when the tide shifted for the Halo series. The progression was weird, if I remember correctly. They added loadouts. You could make loadouts and spawn in to the match instead of just starting with a stock loadout for everybody. So this was the first turn of Call of Duty-ifying the Halo series, and I don't think they should have done that. You know, So I mean, I don't really have too much to say other than it was a disappointment and I didn't like it. So I'm gonna put that below Halo 5 because I think Halo 5 was a little more fun to play. I played Halo 4 more because I was, I got a new game and I want to play it even if I'm not having the best time. But yeah, Halo 4 is probably the bottom of the tier list here. Next up, we've got Halo Spartan Strike. Never played it. Halo Wars, never played it. And last up, we got Halo Fireteam Raven. Now, I've heard of the other games, but what is this? I've never heard of this. I don't know. I've never played it. I'm just a little confused as to what that is. Oh well, I'll look it up later. Probably not. But yeah, I guess we're at the bottom of our list here. Hey guys, it's me from the future. I realized after making this video that I didn't even notice that Halo Infinite wasn't in this tier list, so the video is just not complete without it, so I'm gonna go ahead and add it in now. And I mean, the fact that I completely forgot about it really says a lot on its own. I really wanted to like Halo Infinite even more than Halo 5 and Halo 4. I really thought that, this was going to be a new leaf, a turning point of the Halo series. And in some ways it was. And in a lot of other ways it was not. I guess I'll say what they did with, releasing the multiplayer beta. I thought that making it free, that's cool. I think giving Halo to everybody who wants to play it, nice. However, with that, they took a lot of really wrong steps in the in just the way that Halo it used to be. And for example, the armor customization and the microtransactions is the biggest thing that comes to mind. Like the item shop, and I know this doesn't really affect gameplay at all, but when you compare it to something like Halo Reach, everything was free. You bought the game and you got everything in it as long as you were committed enough to earn it. But in this, the game is free. In Halo Infinite, the game's free, but you don't have that sense of earning something. When in Halo Reach, if you saw somebody with the flaming skull, you knew they were committed to the game, and it was a badge of honor to wear. In Halo Infinite, you see somebody with a cool cosmetic, you're like, oh, okay, they have $30 to throw at the game. It's like, I don't know, it loses some of that charm that the old Halo used to have. So that's my first complaint with Halo Infinite, and I guess I'll keep going down the list. Um, the progression system was basically non-existent. You had to do daily challenges to get XP to level up your battle pass, and of course it has a battle pass because that's just the way it is nowadays. And it just, like, you couldn't, you had to play a specific way is another big problem to level up your battle pass. Like, kill somebody with a warthog, or get double kills, just various things that I'm just trying to play the game and enjoy it. And while I do that, I should be rewarded for it. I shouldn't have to tailor my play style to make progression in the battle pass. And I hate saying that, battle pass, but yeah, it really, like, they eventually, did some backsteps on it. Like, they made it so you still level up even without doing all these dumb challenges. But like that, the first impressions, yeah, made a lasting impact, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, because I don't play Halo Infinite anymore. It's probably not doing as good as a lot of other games in the live service area. So I guess those are my biggest complaints. As for the campaign and the multiplayer, I think the gameplay was really solid. I enjoyed the gameplay. I thought it felt snappy. It felt crisp. I really liked their new armor abilities, or I don't remember what they call them, but whatever they were, like using the grappling hook, that was super cool. Which is why I really wanted to love this game. Grappling hook, the repulsion thing, all the things. I liked the armor sets. I thought they were cool. They were locked behind, paywalls, or it's limited time events to try to keep you playing, which sucks. But this game had a lot of positives, but it had so many negatives that just dragged it down. The campaign, I'll be honest, this is the first Halo game I did not complete in the mainline games. And like I don't know. Like I used to have this love for Halo, and I think Infinite was the last nail in the coffin. Like I can still look back at Halo and be happy with what it offered back in the day, and I with fond memories. But man, it's a right shame, because Infinite it really showed that the blood was in the water. Not only was the blood in the water, the blood was the water. I mean, I guess I don't have to go on and on about it, but I was extremely hopeful for Infinite, but was extremely let down. And I don't know where Halo's gonna go next. I mean, of course, nobody does, but it, like, if I had to theorize, I can't. Like, this was supposed to be the reboot, but I wasn't finished talking about the campaign. The campaign, I didn't complete it. The open world, I'd like to comment on. I don't think the open world added a whole lot. It was kind of weird. It's unique. I think it'd be cool as like maybe a side game mode to a Halo game. But like that's not Halo. The second I saw the trailer for Halo Infinite, I saw those towers shooting up the balls into the sky. I was like, oh gosh, we're doing Halo open world, aren't we? And that's what we got, and it was not the move. Halo, that's not Halo, guys. Microsoft, if you're listening, just take us back. Look at what Halo did, why people loved it, and please make Halo what it used to be. But yeah, the open world was kind of unnecessary. It was kind of fun, but it made the game feel I don't know, it made it feel weird. I guess I didn't like how it felt. It's cool. You can go around the whole world, but the game felt a little soulless, of course, like all of the 343 games feel like they had some ulterior motive when making this game, and I'm sure they did. That's just how businesses these days work. But yeah, I guess. So, I mean, I guess I should rank this game. I just set it behind all the other ones. I don't think it deserves that. I think of the 343 Industries games, I think it goes in B tier, but I don't know whether to put it above Halo 2 or behind it. Because I'd rather play Halo Infinite just because it's a lot smoother. I like the mechanics a little more. But there's a lot of stuff that drags it down. Halo 2 has a lot of stuff that drags it down too, but it doesn't have as much. It has soul, and Infinite really doesn't. So I think, I think, saying it out loud, I think that Infinite goes below Halo 2. I mean, I wanted to like it, but they dropped the ball, unsurprisingly. leave it to 343. Halo 2, I wanted to like it, and I did. It wasn't my favorite, but I liked it. And that, I think that really settles the positions of this ranking. So, I guess, yeah. Yeah, sorry I had to squeeze it in here in the from the future, but yeah, there you go. This is a true ranking of all the games. Bye. I was right. Shorter video this time. But yeah, let me know what you think. What's your favorite Halo? Do you think I'm a little harsh on Halo 5 and Halo 4? I don't think so. But yeah, I think you could probably agree with my decisions here. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Take care of yourself. Drink some water. Stop by next time I make a video, and peace out.